It's called Two Noses. If you saw the IJ, it was illustrated in the, actually it was in the IJ. Two noses. Bidot, a French peasant, had two noses. That's all there is to it. Okay. But they were not concurrent. His baby nose dropped off, and his adult nose was revealed under it. For a few days, he had to breathe through his mouth. But this simple story has been altered far beyond truth. I think Bidot would feel quite justified if you could know about this poem. And now, a poignant tale of twins. This is called Felix and Anton Steinmeier, and the epigraph is, identical twins, they climbed Dachstein Peak in Austria together 1,400 times. Yeah. After a while, nobody inquired after the Steinmeier twins. They were off climbing Dachstein Peak. Each time they swore would be their last, saying their dual farewells to the rocks and Edelweiss, the place where they shared their lunch. Their delicious lunch of bread, cheese, and pickles, and coffee from a thermos bottle, followed by the bar of chocolate they always broke in two. Each time, they meant to go down and lead separate lives, but it was more than they could do. All of these poems, I should tell you, were written while I was teaching at College of Marin. All of them. I had no life before this. Really. I started teaching at 7. This poem is called Extraordinary Lengths. And you know how we always say that somebody went to extraordinary lengths, and it's usually horrible and very stressful. It's never nice. And I just wanted to, you'll get a kind of a theme of my work here. I wanted to abstract extraordinary lengths from stress and all unpleasantness. Extraordinary lengths. I think this first thing is just brilliant, so do listen carefully. The only justification for extraordinary lengths is extraordinary distances. You know, this is the thing. So many people don't notice little, really basic important things like that. But once you have a grip on that, then you can go somewhere. The only justification for extraordinary lengths is extraordinary distances. Yet you don't find this in the majority of instances. No, rather you see lengths swagged from balconies, ribbons of lengths rippling languidly, lengths spooling from enchanted cavities and grots. Actually, there's hardly a spot of sky or pool of water uncolored by some extraordinary length or other. Brothers fling bolts of gossamer off buildings with spectacular results. Birds negotiate an aerial spaghetti. Sure-footed goats find themselves unsteady. Poor people in brightly lacquered boats just help themselves to lengths that tangle up and float as pleasantly as kelp. The only object for that in that poem is just to be like a ribbon waving. You know those ribbon dancers? It's should just be like a ribbon. It has no moral whatsoever. As opposed to the poem I'm going to read now. This is called Vacation, and it's one of my many poems pleading for less heat, less stimulation, less company. This is called Then Vacation, and it's imagining a vacation that many of you might feel yourselves ready for about now. It would be pleasant to walk in Stonehenge or other places that have rocks arranged on the basis of a plan or plans, inscrutable to modern man, to wander among grinders sunk deep in sheep pastures, or simply set on top Peruvian grit, to gaze up at incisors no conceivable jaw could fit, to stretch to be ignorant enough, scoured to a clean vessel, as pure as the puzzle, vestal to a mystery involving people, but without the heat of people. I felt a sympathy in the audience. No need to clap. I am a great reader of murder mysteries, and of peace and quiet, the mild life. And this poem embodies the perfect, the ideal mild combination. It's called When Fishing Fails, and it has an epigraph from Death is No Sportsman, a mystery by Cyril Hare, very British. Listen. Your husband is very lucky, observed Smithers, to have ornithology to fall back upon when fishing fails. That's a full life. When fishing fails, when no bait avails, and nothing speaks in liquid hints of where the fishes went for weeks, and dimpled ponds and silver creeks go flat and tarnish. When fishing fails, when no bait avails, and nothing speaks in liquid hints of where the fishes went for weeks, and dimpled ponds and silver creeks go flat and tarnish. It's nice if you can finish up your sandwich, pack your thermos, and forward this small hiatus toward a second mild and absorbing purpose. I noticed thermos came up again. I usually plan my readings so that I don't have like major words like thermos here twice. It makes me look limited.